Hello YouTube, it's PopPop, Wednesday morning, sitting around the table, just finished my coffee, decided I'd shoot a little something, not for sure what it's going to be, but it's something. Now I'm having great Kool-Aid. It's hot down here in the south, so gotta stay hydrated. Coffee, first thing in the morning to wake you up. Gotta have it. Now you switch over to the Kool-Aid or sweet tea. I've had sweet tea for the past 3-4 days, so I decided to dig into my inner childhood and make me some grape Kool-Aid. Speaking of Kool-Aid, what's your favorite? You like grape, cherry, watermelon? They have all kinds. I'm not really for sure how many different kinds there are, but I stick to the staples, grape, cherry, odds and end things. Stella, behave. You always back talking. Be good. I put my foot up in the chair that she's sleeping on, so she's being boisterous, in case you didn't know, or if you didn't hear. That's what Stella does. So I think I might mow the yard today. Usually the wife mows the yard because she likes it and gives her something to do. I'll do it because it needs to be done. And I get to drive a lawnmower. Well, yesterday I made a stupid video about me eating potato chips. And I posted a short just for the heck of it. And it was funny. Can't believe 300 people viewed it so far. Beyond me. I mean, people watch crazy things. And I don't know if they're just bored or what. I don't see anything fancy about eating potato chips, but I tried it just being stupid. Stick something on there to see what sticks. My jaws keep moving and my mouth keeps twitching. So I'm forever, looks like I'm making funny faces. I'm not doing it on purpose, it's just one of those things after my stroke that happened and keeps going. Working on it. My right arm's still a little weak because I can hold this for a second and it'll start shaking and wobbling. It's funny watching me walk with like a plate or dishes because things start rattling. About to just break. I sit back and wonder what I'm gonna drop. My wife used to be worried about it, but now she just laughs. She's like, yep, still going. So that's what I do. I sit around and take videos of dogs and videos of me doing this and just dumb stuff. I can't take videos of me mowing the yard because, well, I'm on the lawnmower and it's a zero turn. I need both hands to use it. So I can't do that. But I can show before and after pictures. Wally's doing better. He's still a little red and all that stuff. And for everybody that's wondered and said they hope he gets better and all that stuff, he's on the mend. It's been fun. He's not been himself lately. So there's no trotting across the yard and laying around. He's miserable. But he's getting better. We're just really happy that it only happened to the one because we dipped all 6. And Oliver, he's the one that we were worried about the most because Oliver has, let me see if I can say this correctly. It's not probably going to sound right because of the stroke, but he has seizures. That's the word. And we were worried that he would have a bad one from the reaction of that stuff, but he made it through. He's all right. No redness, no nothing. No issues with his seizures. All the rest of them seem to bear through it fine, but poor Wally. And if it had to happen, it was going to happen to him. We rescued him when he was a puppy, and we found out very quickly that he's allergic to fresh cut grass, any kind of dog food that has a red dye color in it, he can't have. He takes after his big brother. He loves spaghetti, but we can't give him to him. We still give him spaghetti, but instead of mixing the sauce up there, we put a spoonful of sauce, mix it up to change color, and add a little flavor. He still thinks he's eating spaghetti, so he's happy. He doesn't love it as much as Rambo did. Rambo was, you couldn't say the word. If you were in the kitchen 7 o'clock in the morning talking about what's for dinner, and if you said the spaghetti word, he'd sit in front of that stove all day long waiting on you to make his spaghetti. Because he was going to eat some, or he's going to get in your lap and eat your plate. He didn't care. You was just going to make him a plate of spaghetti because he just loved it. But cancer took him, unfortunately. Him and Don's dog, when we first got together, the little Penny, she was a little min pin. They were best of buds, and they're the one that started all this about saving dogs and helping dogs and stuff. We're not a rescue by any means, but we care about animals. And if we run into one, we got one if they needed it. I think we had 9 at one time was the most. Then we were down to, we have 6 now. We lost 2 earlier this year. But as soon as we lost those 2, we ended up gaining 2 more. So we're still at 6, which is good. Ruby and Toby are our newest members. They came from a situation where somebody just moved and left a bunch of dogs in the house, locked doors and everything, and they were pretty well starved when animal control found them. And the lady called us and asked if we could help because they were going to put all the dogs down they found that Monday. And she was like, could you help with 1, maybe 2? So we agreed to take 2. She found homes for the rest of them. But these last 2 were just there, and she helped us out with a few things here and there. So we were like, sure, we'll take 2. So now we're back up to 6. 6 is a good number. It's still a lot, but it's not too many. Dogs are a handful. They brush teeth, do this, do that. I had a comment on one of Wally's videos about the cone on his head, and he said something about he's got talons. Well, yes, his nails haven't been cut in a minute because, well, by the time they were ready to cut, he developed this rash on his feet, and he don't want you touching them. So we can't trim him until he gets feeling better. So if anybody sees his long nails, that's the issue. They're just long because right now you can't touch his feet. He's not mean, he's not aggressive, but if he's uncomfortable, we try not to make him more uncomfortable because he's a big sweet baby. He's our big dog. All the rest of them are littles, as you see, floating around. But to me, you gotta have a pit bull. That's just what I think. If you got 5 dogs, 4 dogs, or just 1 dog, one has to be a pit bull. I've had pit bulls for a very long time, 20 years or more. Rambo was the ultimate. He's big, huge, but sweet as can be. Unless you got near his mama. If he didn't know you, and you got around mama, he'd sit in front of you and look at you. He wouldn't growl, he wouldn't do anything. Of course, nobody went after her, so we're happy for that, because at his biggest, he was 150 pounds, a rock solid dog. And I wasn't around, I was over the road, so he was her protector. And I don't think she could have stopped him if he got started, so we tried to keep that to a minimum. None of our dogs are aggressive. We've only had one bite, our son-in-law, and that was Susie, our little Chihuahua. She was in love with him, and he didn't pet her or do something when he came back. So she got mad and bit him. She didn't bite him hard, but he just laughed it off and then picked her up because that's what she wanted. She's the jealous one. But we have all of them. They're all sweet in their own little way. And then we got the 2 cats. We call them cat dogs because we got them as kittens because we wanted cats. We wanted a couple of them around the house because, mice and things like that get out in the garage and play around and all that stuff, so we wanted to get rid of them. But we weren't for sure how the dogs would react around cats because they see neighbor cats walking along a fence and they bark and raise Cain and do all kinds of stuff. So we picked up 2 kittens when they were little and they were raised with the dogs. So they kind of act like dogs because that's what we were used to, was having dogs. And now all the cats just do is they sleep and eat and go outside just like the dogs. Every now and then you'll catch it. I'm trying to catch it on a video, but if somebody comes walking by the back of the house, the dogs race out to the fence to bark, because that's what dogs do. And you'll catch Stanley right behind the pack, running behind them, running to the fence like he's gonna bark with them. I'm surprised he hasn't barked yet. He's the big Tom. His little sister, Stella, she's smaller, but she's just as mean and crazy. She's the one that wouldn't get out of my chair yesterday and kept telling me no. Meow, meow. That's what she just likes to do. She's mouthy. Okay, well, I'm gonna get up and get out here and start the yard while the wife's away. She has a job interview. I'm gonna wish her luck and hopefully she gets it and she enjoys it. We'll tell you more about it if she gets it. Alright, you guys be safe out there. Thanks for watching. And as always, please like, subscribe, and share. Leave comments because it gives me something to do. Y'all have a good day. Thanks.